Welcome to the MindfulNest Real Estate Podcast, a platform to embrace a simpler life, find clarity in living intuitively, and elevate well-being through letting go. At MindfulNest Real Estate, our focus goes beyond the conventional realms of real estate transactions. We foster a transformative journey that's deeply rooted in emotional well-being and personal growth. Our distinctive approach isn't solely about selling properties. It's about guiding you through an emotional and practical journey towards your next life chapter. We believe that making a mindful move is more than just a physical transition. It's a graceful evolution towards a life that's intentional, serene, and purposeful. Through our feathered approach, we symbolize the shedding of the old, embracing freedom, and stepping into a life of fresh opportunities. By integrating emotional support, self-reflection, and a compassionate understanding of the challenges involved in moving, our aim is to offer you a nurturing, serene experience. Thank you for listening. Let's get right to it. Welcome back to the MindfulNest Real Estate Podcast, where we continue our exploration into the patterns that are often running in the background, affecting our homes and lives. Today, we're diving into another common belief that often accompanies the undercurrent of lack, if not resolve, and that's attachment to outcomes. Attachment to outcomes. It's a perpetual state of seeking, constantly in conflict with life as it is. We find ourselves looking for the next big thing, right? Believing that achieving a specific goal or acquiring a particular success or a material object will lead to more happiness. The crazy thing is, often when we reach these desired outcomes, we fail to even savor the achievement fully. Instead, we're already on the lookout for the next big milestone. This constant pursuit leaves us feeling like something is missing deep inside, leading to emotions of irritation, frustration, anger, and envy. We then take this irritation into a belief that someone or something must be punished for standing in the way of our desired outcome, thinking to ourselves or aloud, this would have happened so differently if so-and-so fill in the blank here. Another issue in always chasing attachments to outcomes is seeking approval from ourselves and others. This becomes a driving force as we chase after external symbols of success, and it is exhausting. The truth is, external achievements have a fleeting effect because what we truly desire is internal fulfillment, like peace of mind, a happy state of being, love, and the ability to give and receive love. These can only be generated from the inside out, not the outside in. Every object or outcome we are chasing is merely a symbol of our desire to feel these fundamental emotions that we can give ourselves: love, tranquility, and vibrancy. A powerful mantra to rewrite this pattern is, my happiness does not depend on attaching to outcomes. I can feel fulfilled with or without external gain. It is a reminder to depolarize the mental patterns that lead us to constantly chase external symbols of desire. In my own life, I've noticed this attachment to outcomes, particularly when I expect someone to show up in a certain way. The moment they deviate from my expectations, I catch myself thinking, if they just said this, acted right, or showed up for me in this way, then all would be okay. It's a clear example of attaching my happiness to an external outcome. Ruminating on these negative thoughts, attaching my worth to them, and dwelling on it throughout the day only reinforces this mental pattern. I even think that strong anticipation is really applying resistance and often produces an outcome we don't desire. Placing happiness in outside, unpredictable outcomes is really outsourcing your contentment and a way of telling yourself that you no longer trust yourself completely. I feel like the best action to take here is to come back to self-care practices and start really loving yourself again. Nourishing yourself and replenishing the love that you seek from the outside world. It's how you come back to self-trust. Showing up for yourself with compassion and care and not expecting other people or material objects to fill that void. So, as we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with a few reflection questions to ponder. 1. Consider a recent goal or achievement. Did the fulfillment you anticipate last? Or did the focus immediately shift onto the next desired outcome? How did this affect your overall sense of fulfillment? 2. Reflect on a situation where you felt irritated, frustrated, or anger due to an unmet expectation. How did this attachment to a specific outcome impact your emotional well-being? And 3, think about a time when you sought external approval for an accomplishment. Did the validation bring lasting fulfillment, or did the desire for more recognition arise shortly after? Thank you so much for joining me in part 2 of Your Journey Home Begins Here series, and I look forward to connecting next week.